If you have any questions or concerns about this week's episode, please call or text producer Dan at 778-288-9255. I'm Captain in yo pussy.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Sorry,
that's
I hit the wrong button.
My bad.
Start the party, Dan. We're getting crazy, going wild, talking nasty stuff. Dudes scrolling outside,
I think that was on purpose, my man.
That was definitely on purpose.
I think that was maybe on purpose.
We don't want to get drunk. We just want to get online and get our asses fucked. We don't follow the rules.
It's amazing.
We want it's Block Party, the podcast like we're Hootie the Duck. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, my missus is fucked. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, I quote Hootie the Duck.
Hello, friends, idiots, and friends who are also idiots. Welcome to your favorite podcast about social media and rejection. It is Block Party. This is episode number 257. I'm John.
I'm Stefan.
And with us is a fantastic guest, first-time guest on the program, the host of the Crimes of the Heart podcast. Rory Uphold is here. Hi, Rory.
Hi, Rory.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Oh, happy to have you. Sorry, we had a really fun pre-record where we learned that I'm sort of legendary on this show for sending out the pre-show email. And
it's like a really long email.
It's a
like
long
4
email.
pages.
It's very thorough.
It's like a PDF. Like
it's not a PDF and it's not 4 pages, but it's very
PDF.
thorough. And it somehow didn't get to you through the person we were working with to get it to you. And so everything is in disarray right now.
It's major. Yeah. I got a link. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah,
but you
link.
did listen to a couple episodes. So
Yeah. I did.
Yeah,
And I like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I mean, that's very nice. Like, I think a lot of people, when we ask them to be on the show, they don't prep by like listening to the show.
That's crazy.
What episodes did you listen to?
Ike Barinholtz and Jamie Loftus.
Beautiful.
Two great guests.
And then I got really nervous that I don't know enough about competitive eating. And by enough, I mean literally anything at all. And I was like, oh, fuck, I need to like know more about food.
I don't know anything about competitive eating, Rory.
Yeah.
So I think you're actually quite safe here.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You're fine. And we also sort of felt like, you'd be a fine guest on the program, even without the preparation, because you have Canadian citizenship.
That Canadian blood. Yeah, that's right.
Which basically makes you already kind of like a premium Block Party guest. We tend to, when Americans come on the show, but they have a Canadian connection, it really pops
People
off
love
usually.
It's great. I mean, we were talking about the CFL like very in depth before we started recording.
You guys just have to hit your quota, right? Because now that it's like a semi-Canadian production, you got to hit that Canadian content
the
quota.
CRTC. Yeah, what is
trying to
that
get
quota
grants.
exactly? Yeah, we are trying to get grants.
You should.
We probably could, I think. Probably.
Yeah, I think you probably could.
Yeah.
We definitely should, but the problem is we got to start doing everything in French as well. En français.
Yeah.
And so no, you don't actually. I like that you said
I would tap out. I'd be like, sorry, can't do that.
No, that's only for labeling food. That's why we don't get like cool American treats and stuff up here, is because every food label in Canada has to have French on it.
They just
also
got rid of Kleenex up here.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
legitimately the brand Kleenex, which is like so like it's tissue, but people will say just give me a Kleenex to mean tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's like TiVo. I still call it TiVo, even though that is bankrupt, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we don't have that anymore.
They got tired of printing Le Kleenex on the package.
I legitimately assume that was probably part of it. It's crazy. We don't have I think it's called something different in the US, but there's that frozen pizza brand. DiGiorno.
We call it Delicio.
We called it Delicio, and that's no longer up here either, unfortunately. But,
wow.
Yeah.
I actually want to move to Canada.
Do it.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
Where to?
I want to move to like Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
where
really
Dan and
West
I are
Coast.
at. Yeah,
West Coast.
It's
Love
great.
the
I just
vibes.
moved from Vancouver. I live in Calgary now.
Texas in the north, baby.
And that's why I moved. I like guns and I'm racist.
Yeah.
So,
COVID was really hard for my family. I don't want to like really out people too much on this because I know this is a public platform, but I will just say that my American family all works in ERs. My Canadian family had some questions about the authenticity of COVID.
well, you did say
days.
that a lot of your Canadian relatives do live in Calgary, so that does check out. That is,
that makes sense. I have a cousin who is definitely an anti-vaxxer and very like COVID is fake, that sort of thing, and it's just like it's so crazy. I don't know if John, if you have any family members who are. What was your dad think about COVID?
Yeah, me. I'm the one. I told you guys I got vaxxed, but I fucking lied, dude.
Well, that alert,
needle had heroin in it.
The alert went through today. So, Rory, did you get that?
Yeah,
the countrywide.
Did it scare me? Yes.
Because was it like almost more like an Amber Alert level of phone vibration where it's like super loud?
It was literally that level. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think like I always wonder. My level of anxiety is this. If I'm at like a show or a movie or something where the phone needs to be off, I always go to, what if they're going to do some testing? What if there's an Amber Alert? Doesn't that just automatically cut through?
Yes.
If your phone is off?
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess
not
if
if
your
it's
phone
off,
is
but if it's
off,
on
I don't know.
silent.
But if it's on silent, it
If it's
definitely
on
makes
silent,
a
it
noise.
does, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
And that's the level of paranoia that I live with. every
But
day.
everyone else in the theater would also go off.
so it wouldn't be.
So it wouldn't be like
They
everyone would be.
stagger them.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like in Canada, it's not. It's
The Amber
everybody gets it
Alerts
at
up
the
here
same
go
time.
off all the. It's funny because not to say Amber Alerts are funny, but so when
You heard it here first, kids.
when,
It's kind of
they didn't
hilarious
because
when
they've
you
been
get that
abducted.
text.
So, whenever an Amber Alert goes off, and I assume this is the same in the U.S. too. If you go to social media, you'll get people complaining that they were like woken up by it, and it's like you don't have to put that thought out in the world. You can think that it's insane to think that and like selfish to think that, but like don't post like, oh, did anyone else get woken up with a fucking Amber Alert?
I know. You know who probably is like a little more bummed out about it? The kid that just got kidnapped.
Yeah, I would say so. But there was one.
What was the U.S. one today? I didn't even.
It was like
It's
FEMA.
like testing for FEMA.
Oh,
Yeah.
just testing. Okay.
Which is
Yeah.
why there were so many conspiracy theories about it. And have you turned into like a 5G zombie, or are you're fine right now?
That's for everybody that's watching. You'll have to see it. You'll have to tune into the video in order to see what I just
Rory
did.
a pretty top shelf zombie
That was
impression.
good,
I
yeah.
gotta say,
Pretty good.
That was good. There was a thing going around. I think it was on Reddit, but and I think it was real. But it was a guy posting a series of texts he got from his landlord, and his landlord was like, "Hey, just a heads up, I'm gonna be turning off all the power at the house tomorrow for 3 hours because of the alert that's happening. Because I don't want you to turn into like a zombie or whatever." And the guy replied, he's like, "I have to like work from home. I'm working from home." And he's like, "Yeah, but it's the same as if like a storm knocked the power out. Like it just happens, you know?"
That is so wild. I did see on former Twitter, X, like somebody talking about how the alert is going to activate the 5G, which is going to activate a very specific virus in the body. And I'm like, what's it like to live like that?
It must just be like terrifying, but also I feel like with people like that, the thing that's happened is they have never really been like growing up and in like high school and stuff, they were like not good at school necessarily, and they were kind of always like wrong about things, and they've found a way to like feel smart and feel like above it all. That's like 100% what it is. But the thing that's so interesting to me is that they're constantly getting proven wrong, and they'll just like, it's very much like a cult like thing where they just like shift the date or like move the goalposts.
I know
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Oh, I meant like next year the FEMA thing is going to kill everyone. This year they were practicing for it this year.
Yeah, it's
to see
very
if it
much the
worked.
like 2012, but
Yeah.
just like happening all the time, or Y2K or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sort of.
I mean,
I'm-
at least have the decency to go through with it, like the Comet guys.
yeah, totally Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's
Go through with
wild.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sort of right in like the old-fashioned way where I just yell until people give up.
Yeah. I think
That's kind of a good. That's kind of a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is one option.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Canada, we're not zombies up here, which is cool.
How are you liking Calgary? Are you
I
into
like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot so far. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the people are kind of whatever. No, like the people are no, the people are good. It's just
Yeah.
like it is weird to like I'm a stand-up comedian, so I've done some shows here, and there are some comedians here who kind of toe that line of like, you know,
Oh my God.
I'm
I just
gonna-
realized I was blocked by a big stand-up in Calgary. Sorry.
Oh,
I know we're really
like
jumping ahead.
specifically stand up from here.
And I
Wow.
had not thought about that until you just said that. Sorry.
Interesting.
Big stand up in Calgary. I'm trying to even think of who that would be.
I guess maybe we'll find out.
Oh.
Maybe.
I mean, you can tell us off the air, but I'm trying to think of like
Yeah.
who's a big stand up from Calgary other than me. No, but there are some comedians here. There are some
Sorry,
comedians
that
here.
laughter was I was joking with you.
Yeah, do you like how I just completely glossed that over? We've done 257 episodes of this show. I am so used to Stefan and the guest piling on me that that barely registered for me. But
Don't worry,
thank you.
I'll swing back around and I'll big man you.
No.
Just give it like 5.
No, it's good. I think it's good. But there are some comedians who will be kind of, you know, they'll sort of mention like the convoy or like that maybe the vaccine's not real in kind of like a joking way. But then there will be people in the crowd who are like, yeah. And you're like, ooh,
Oh, yeah. Hey,
boy.
you should leave.
Yeah.
yeah. And then
woof.
you're like, oh, and that just like would never happen in Vancouver. So it's like a weird, that kind of thing is a little strange, but it's not like you see people in your day-to-day life where you're like, oh, they're going to kill me or something.
Right.
But no, Calgary is really nice. I mean, I think it's a beautiful city. The food scene here is unbelievable, like so much better than I thought it would be.
Have you
And,
dealt with any like insane weather yet? Because I know the thing I know about Calgary is that it will start snowing in like September or be snowing in like June or
Yeah, no, it has been sunny every day since we've been here.
Wow.
I mean, Calgary is the sunniest city in Canada, 330 days a year of sun.
Is
Wow.
that for real?
That's for real. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like
I would
even when
not
it
have guessed
snows,
that.
like there might be like a snowstorm, but it'll get sunny later that day or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Fair,
yeah, yeah.
fair,
It's
fair.
not like it's sunny all day every day for 330 days, but it's just like 330 days there will be some sunshine as opposed to Vancouver where you might have like a storm for 70 days in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is still accurate, so somebody can correct me, but I know at one point Calgary had the most expensive parking in any downtown in Northern America.
Wow.
Oh, that must be changed because the parking here is very cheap, especially compared to Vancouver. It's crazy cheap. Like there's some areas in Vancouver now that are $8 an hour downtown, and the most expensive we found in Calgary so far is $2 an hour.
Whoa.
And it stops at 6. Vancouver parking you have to pay until 10. Calgary it stops at 6. And most of the places you don't pay on the weekend.
That's pretty good.
Okay. So
The
we're all
cost
gonna
of
move
living
to
here is
Calgary.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
the cost of gas per liter in Vancouver is around $2 to $2.10, which is roughly like $6 a gallon, $5.50 to $6 a gallon. And then in Calgary, it's like $1.40.
Well, it's
which
because
is-
that's where all the oil is. Or
That's
the oil
right.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. When was the last time you were here, Rory?
For my grandma's funeral.
Okay, I said when. I didn't say, hey, tell me about the time your grandma died.
Well, you know, I was just thinking that our connection was so strong, maybe you would just guess correctly.
When did your grandma die? Okay, I'm thinking 2017.
No. 2019. But you're close.
That's pretty close.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty close, pretty close.
Price
It
is
was
right
really,
rules, you know. You were
it was
under.
good. She
Yeah.
missed COVID, which would have been really, I think, rough.
Yeah, that's nice. So, but you like Calgary though when you're here?
Yeah, I love it. I just really haven't been up there because of the virus.
Yeah.
You know, there was
Mhm.
like a long period of time, and then I don't know. I'm sure I'll find my way up there.
Great. When you're
So-
here, we can hang out.
Yeah, tell jokes.
You can go to the
Love telling jokes.
the podcast bar that
Oh my god!
yeah.
I actually want to go to that. I was like, this is crazy, and an opportunity. I feel like there could be a lot of fun to be had
Oh,
on
yeah.
both sides of the glass.
Absolutely.
This poor guy. We brought this podcast bar up on like
I'm really
5
just so
episodes.
intrigued by it. I think I've moved beyond, you know, joking about it to being like, I really want to record an episode.
Oh,
there.
we'll definitely record an episode there when you're here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Rory, if you want to coincide a family trip, like I think we said we're gonna fly Jamie up here to do it with us. But if you're already here
I'll
for a
just
family
swap
thing,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can swap you in and we can do an episode at CAX. We can.
I gotta
just-
actually text some cousins and just be like, "Hey guys, have you heard about this bar?" They're gonna be like, no.
It's the thing that it does have going for them outside of the podcasting is it's a very close to the Saddle Dome. So I
Right.
think that they will, like, they're kind of trying to, I've seen on social media, you know, they'll say like, oh, there's a concert tonight, like come down before the concert for this drink special, or like they're trying to make it happen on a
both
Saddle
levels.
Dome level.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, on a podcast level and also on a bar level.
Marketing mavens.
Yeah, it's it was definitely an experience for sure. I think I definitely want Stefan to have that experience.
Yeah.
Like, when are you going to come visit? Because your plan was to come for a Canucks game, but then you're away when the Canucks are here.
Well,
right?
I think I can maybe do the game right before, because I'm going to Australia on like the 21st or the 22nd, and then
of November,
and they play a game like that weekend right before I leave. So, or no, it's I think it's like the day after, like day or two after I come back. So it depends on. I mean, I could probably make it out there for like a day. It's like an hour flight from here. It's so fast. So
yeah, I mean, do what you want,
fun.
but you could also just come for like.
I could just come for whatever. I really do want to see the Saddle Dome in all its glory, because it's just the funniest. It looks so bad.
It's a real piece of shit stadium.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Have you been to the Saddle Dome, Rory, in your time?
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
It sucks. Are you like a Stampede person? Have you been up here for Stampede and stuff?
Mm-hmm. My cousins used to perform in the Stampede. They were like whatever those little girls are, and then obviously my cousin played in the CFL. So
yeah, what position did your cousin play in the CFL?
Running back.
Oh wow.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I
Cool.
just was like, this would be really bad if you couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. So he never played football growing up. My uncle is Tom Verzani. So for people that are listening that are into football, he is a name in football. And Johnny is my cousin, and he wanted to be a basketball player. So he was at one of the schools that's like really big for basketball. It's like one of those junior colleges where a lot of basketball players go. As you can tell, I'm not really good at sports, but anyway,
I mean, we're not. I mean,
back-
junior college, we're not going to be good at. I mean, Stefan and I are big sports guys, but JUCO, we're not going to be there for you.
No one cares about university sports either in Canada.
Yeah, we
really,
just don't know
so.
anything about them. Yeah.
So he like goes back over the summer and decides to do some running, and he runs a 4.5, and he calls his dad and he's like, hey, I'm running a 4.5. And his dad's like, no, that's not happening. Like, your friend just doesn't know how to time you properly. keep running it. And he keeps getting it. And then he's like, okay, fine. I'm going to have somebody from like the Stamps come down, or like somebody professional actually time you. And they do. And he still runs a 4.5.
Wow.
And they go, do you think you could do that and catch a football? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And that's how he became a professional football player.
That's crazy.
So he did 1 year at Washington, and he set a record that can be tied but never broken. He caught the football on the 0-yard line or the 1 or whatever, like the negative, and then made a touchdown. So that's a cool fact about him.
Wow.
And I didn't really know anything about football, but I have now since learned that the people that are playing football at a professional level, like, started when they were like 11 or 12.
Oh yeah.
And by the time you get scouted, these are such a young age. And I also know that because my friend is a scout, like, whatever, doesn't matter. He's also part of the football Canadian CFL stuff. So he was the one that like sort of taught me. He's like, oh, I fly out. Like, I know all of these people. So Johnny sort of came out of left field, and him playing professional football is just kind of really wild.
That's crazy. Just
This
sort of
is
like
this is a wild revelation as well, because knowing that your uncle is Tom Forzani means that, like, in a sort of other real way, your other uncle like employed me for like several years because I worked for Sport Check.
Sports Check? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
Forsani
at
group.
this.
They
Family.
they just rule. They just like rule Canada. That's just like a very casual drop that you're like, yeah, my uncle's like run Forsani group. That's like a pretty big. That's a pretty big thing in Canada. You know.
That rocks. I love Sport Check. That's where
I
I
hope
get. I
did
get all my
that in like a
soccer
very
stuff.
chill way.
It was
Yeah.
very chill.
It
It was
was.
very
Okay.
chill. You weren't like, oh yeah, my uncle's kind of like low key one of the most flush guys in Canada. You were very chill about it. You're just like, oh no, my other uncle like kind of played for the Stampeders or whatever.
Well, yeah, because the Frazani, like Sports Check, he isn't my uncle. I mean, he's my whatever you separate that out. I'm not good at this stuff.
Oh, right. So it's kind of like. That's not
Oh,
like
he's not your
Tom's
uncle. He's like your
brother.
uncle's brother.
He's Tom's
Yeah.
brother.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
So,
I got you. Okay.
uncle-in-law. No, that can't be
No.
right.
yeah, I don't
No.
know what that is.
Yeah,
I see.
uncle
So it's-
once removed.
Can you tell my nuclear family is really small?
No, okay. I see.
yeah.
Got it. So he married your aunt,
Aunt,
who is
my mom's sister.
Got it. Okay. So you know what? Chill. It's chill then.
Okay.
Everything. Well, it was chill anyway, but it's a very like CFL is very funny because my buddy who I went to high school with has been a kicker in the CFL for the last like
That
15
seems like
years.
such a stressful job.
And it is. And he has a very similar story of he was playing rugby.
That's
like, 'cause
Sean
my-
White.
Sean White, yeah.
Yeah.
My school was a big rugby
Ooh,
school.
The SEO on that must be rough.
He spells it with a Y. W.
Does the internet care? Oh, yeah, maybe it does. Yeah.
I think it cares enough, probably.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Sean White is also SHAUN, and he's SEAN.
Okay.
So he's
okay.
kind of safe, but I'm sure he's like used that before. Oh, Dan dropped. Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
Dan, you there?
Dan's here.
You in the chat to ignore that, but I guess you guys didn't see it.
I didn't see it quick enough.
Oh,
No
okay.
problem. You're good.
Oh,
Dan's a
but-
pro.
Dan's a pro. But yeah, so anyway, he was just playing rugby, and then Wally Buono, who was the GM of the BC Lions at the time, saw him kick a rugby ball. And similar story, it was just like, hey, have you ever kicked a football before? Like it's like something in a movie. Hey,
Yeah.
son, you ever kicked a football before? And then like within a year, he was playing in Canada's top like amateur football league, the CJFL. Then he got a full ride scholarship to a D2 NCAA school, and then
Whoa.
parlayed that into he's been kicking in the CFL for it's got to be 15 years.
I feel like that happens with kicking quite a bit, where they'll bring in like a guy from like Aussie rules football because the kicking motion is essentially the same thing, especially for like punting. And usually when they bring over the Aussie rules guys, they're like the best kicker or punter in the league too. It's crazy because I think,
I mean, that only happened once.
but well, isn't Michael Dixon? Wasn't he? Is he not Australian? Who am I?
Are you
thinking
talking about
of?
the CFL guys, or are you talking NFL?
No, I'm talking about NFL.
There was one
Oh.
guy in the NFL that was like an Aussie rules / rugby guy.
Okay, well,
It was
once
can't
is-
remember his name.
That's a pretty big sample size, I think. all
yeah,
things
one
considered.
time. This
Yeah.
happened once, but
Yeah.
yeah. No, you're
well,
right.
if
Like,
your friend and my cousin fell in love, that would make for a really great movie.
whoa.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever played together. No, Sean never played for the Stamps. Did your cousin only play for the Stampeders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he got injured, and now he does other things.
But
But
they might have played against each other, though.
I'm sure, yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause
it's not a big league.
it's
That's
really
definitely
not.
true.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it eight? It's 8 teams, right?
9,
Is
isn't
it
it? Isn't
9?
it like
It's like a
weirdly
weird
9
number,
right now?
yeah.
I think it's 9 right now.
Let me see if okay, BC Lions.
Oh, you're seeing if you can name all the teams?
Let me see
Okay,
if I can. Because I used to be my dad and I used to have CFL
Yeah,
season
it is
tickets.
9. It is 9 teams.
Okay.
Let's see if Rory can name all
Yeah.
the CFL teams, and then Stefan maybe
I
at the
can
end.
I can help you out with that. No,
Okay. So
I
you,
definitely cannot.
you only know the Stampeders?
Yeah, I'm really loyal.
You're like, I refuse to even
Did I
learn who
did I
they're
spin
playing.
that and sell that well enough?
I like the idea that you're such a huge sports fan that you don't even know the other teams. You're like, I'm
I
just
actually, the only sports merch that I rock is truly like I have a jersey, like a Stampeders jersey that has my cousin's old name and number on it, and a CFL Stamps hat, and that's really like the
Yeah.
only.
And you were saying people think it's a Denver Broncos hat.
Yeah,
all the
which is
time.
hilarious. I love
Yeah.
to like. It's like a glitch in the Matrix. Like dudes will like snap their heads back twice. They're like, wait, what? They can't tell like if I'm stupid or if they're stupid. It's great. It's amazing.
they're stupid, I would say.
Yeah,
okay,
obviously.
Stefan, let's see if you can name all 9 here.
Okay, you got the BC Lions.
Yeah.
you got the Stampeders.
Uh-huh.
You've got the Elk or the Elks.
Elks, Edmonton
Elks.
Elks. Yeah.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Uh-huh.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Yeah, so you named all the West teams already.
Yeah. So Hamilton Tiger Cats,
Uh-huh.
Montreal Alouettes,
Yep.
Toronto Argonauts.
Yep.
Now this is the one where I'm like, I know it's in Ottawa.
Yeah.
They've had like 50 names.
Yeah, they have the worst team name you've ever heard in your life.
I think it's the Red Blacks.
It is the Red Blacks.
God, that's really
the Ottawa Red. Yeah, it sounds racist.
And they have like plaid as on their jersey, don't? Or they did at one point. I think like lumberjack plaid.
Their mascot's like a lumberjack, but
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
It's also that the black. I can't remember if it's the red or the blacks. I think it's the blacks part is actually all capitals as well.
Ooh.
So like when people don't really write it like that, but like the way the team stylizes it is like it's like half of it is in all caps.
So the naming convention for this is after inviting suggestions from the public, the owners chose the Ottawa Red Blacks, which I think means the suggestions from the public were even worse.
Oh, they've actually now made it so the whole name is stylized in all caps. It definitely was not that way at first. So I think people were like, you probably shouldn't capitalize just the blacks part.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
The name refers to the team's uniform colors of red, black, and white, which honor those of the earlier Ottawa Rough Riders, because there was a time when there were two teams.
Which, by the way, is the coolest name.
Yes,
the Rough Riders? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's great. There were at one point 2 teams in the CFL that had the same name. Although I think the Ottawa one had a space between Rough and Riders, which is the only thing differentiating it, which is the most CFL thing ever. I love that.
Yeah, there's 8 teams in the CFL and 2 of them were named the Rough Riders.
Name. And then you had the Ottawa Renegades, which is not, you know what? That's not a bad name.
Renegades is pretty good too. Yeah. I feel like it's giving 90s, but also like West Side Story vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Renegades versus the Rough Riders. Like I could see the dance routine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Blacks, unfortunately, not.
I'm not sure about that one. But
I'm going to walk away from that. I'm going to let you guys continue to say that, and I'm not.
My favorite thing about the CFL, and I don't know if we've discussed this that much on Blocked Party, but on our old podcast, which was a sports podcast, we definitely talked about it a lot. But there was a period of time for was it like 3 or 4 years where there were American teams in the CFL. Mm-hmm. And it was just like
weird.
It was so strange. There was a team in Vegas, I think.
Yeah,
there was
the Wranglers, or no, the Posse, Las Vegas Posse, which is also a kind of a sick name.
That's a good name too. And that's where the infamous clip is from. Can we play the clip? We should probably play it.
We have to play it.
And I think he knows what clip it is. But there was like a guy singing.
I'll get it for you.
Okay, there was a guy singing the national anthem before a CFL game in Vegas. And he was singing the Canadian national anthem.
It is unbelievable.
And first of all, he looks just like a classic Las Vegas lounge singer, which really adds to it a lot. But he sings "Oh Canada" to the tune of
"Oh Christmas Tree."
"Oh Christmas Tree."
But he only halfway through. He starts out the anthem sort of normal. Then he completely loses the plot. Then he starts singing it to the tune of "Oh Christmas Tree." But my favorite part of the whole clip, and you're going to see it, and again, you can watch this video live on YouTube, so you can see it too, is the end of the anthem. He gives the most self-satisfied look I've ever seen.
It's so good.
I fucking nailed this.
It's so
good. It's unbelievable. Do you know enough of the Canadian anthem, Rory, to like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, hit it.
Oh, Canada.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we're good.
Our home and
off the rails already.
And true patriot love.
Kind of back into it.
Nope.
And he's gone.
But the hair is incredible too.
With growing.
And he says growing instead of glowing.
Yeah.
The rise,
now,
the true and strong.
And that's not the lyric either.
From far
here's where
and wide, oh Canada,
we stand on guard for thee. From far,
and this is just
this is not right.
It's not how it goes.
Canada, we stand.
It really is giving Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Thee. God keep
I forgot he keeps going.
And glorious in
Oh
Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And here comes the look.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He sort of looks like
That
a
was
cat.
special.
He kind of looks like a cat to me almost. There was a
He really does. He's like,
he looks very feline. Yeah.
I
Oh
could
my
watch.
God.
I could watch that and Scott Stapp singing the national anthem at the Daytona 500 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those two national anthems for me, I could watch them every day.
We could honestly do an
Back to
entire
back.
episode of fucked up national anthems and like people fucking them up, because you could get Roseanne in there, obviously.
Classic.
That's a
Yeah.
classic. I mean, there's even some heartwarming ones, right? There's the one at the Portland Trailblazers game where the little girl is singing and like forgets the lyrics and gets really flustered, and then Mo Cheeks comes in and like sings the rest of the song with her. So you've got nice ones as well.
There's nice ones, yeah. So
Yeah.
we had the Las Vegas Posse, we had the Shreveport Pirates, classic.
If you're
I love
if
that
you're
these
prof-
are like random cities. too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they went way random with
if
it.
your professional sports league has a team in Shreveport, you need to get some shit looked at. That's
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
doing
And
too well.
they had the classic Baltimore Colts, but then the original, the Baltimore Colts used to be an NFL team, and the
Yes.
owner of the trademark told them they were not allowed to be called the Baltimore Colts, and they couldn't change the name mid-season. So for the first half or the second half of their first season, they were just known as the Baltimore CFLers. And then they changed the name to the Baltimore Stallions after that.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
love how like rinky dink all of this is.
Oh,
It's great.
it's so rinky dink. And then
That's
there's
amazing.
one
Why
more
hasn't there
team
been a
where-
show?
There really
No,
should
I'm
be.
serious.
There should be like
This
a
is
30 for
prime.
30 about
Yeah.
the American teams in the CFL, because I would for sure watch
I think
it.
there might have been one.
Oh, you
there's-
might be right, actually.
Yeah. There was one more I think we're missing, right? There was one that was like either they were like the Miners or something. They had like, I feel like I remember they had like a pickaxe logo. I'm looking it up right now here. Let's see. We've got teams that played. Okay, here. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sacramento Gold Miners.
Yes, that's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had
Yeah.
to throw a sec.
The Memphis
then
Mad Dogs.
We had the San Antonio Texans,
Yeah.
so sort of foreshadowing the Houston Texans, and then the Birmingham Barracudas.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, I think they should just not play national anthems before sporting.
Oh,
The only good thing
definitely.
I've said this before, but the only good thing about a national anthem being played before a professional sporting event is it gives you like more time to get to the game. If you're
Yeah,
like,
you kind of know, okay,
Yeah.
now it's about to happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the puck drop is not actually at 7, it's at like 7:08 or whatever. So I got some time. I will say in Canada at like hockey games and stuff, when they're singing the anthem on the ice, you can still like buy food and beer and stuff in the concourse, which is great. But in the US, I remember going to like a Dodgers game and I was like in the middle of a transaction to buy beer, like handing over my card. And
They stopped.
and they stopped. And everyone stopped. And in fact, one person kept pouring the beer for me, and their manager yelled at them. And they're like, "The anthem's on. What are you doing? Like, what are you-
Respect the flag.
fucking crazy."
That is weird. It's also just so weird too, because okay, so you can't sell beer when that happens or do anything. But then we have whoever is down there singing it, just like running riffs and trying to modernize it and like sex up the national anthem. Like
Yeah.
that's what makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
You don't need to like sex it up and like sell me on it.
no, it is what it is. I mean, this
It is
song's been
what it
around for
is.
however many hundred of. It's been around for a long time.
Well, yeah, like
so.
I'm at a
Weird.
sports game. I don't want to get a fucking boner.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't- yeah,
I don't want to. I don't
Which
want to feel like
obviously is a risk for you.
a big time risk.
course.
When
Huge.
some hot singer is fucking sexing
Yeah.
up the anthem, I'm like,
When
Jesus
Slash is there with
Christ.
the guitar with like,
Oh,
you know, the
Slash
dual
starts
guitar.
to play the dude.
Too
He
much.
starts getting
Oh,
into it,
man.
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bust.
Way too much.
I'm gonna
yeah.
bust right here in my seat. It's crazy. Anyway, they were supposed to have a team in Miami called the Miami Manatees, and then they ended the U.S. expansion before that could happen. And
Oh,
I think that's one of the
no.
worst things that could have ever happened.
That
to
would have
me.
been so good. Can you imagine what the jerseys would have been
the
like?
Miami Manatees, dude.
Oh, I think what is cool is that every year at the Grey Cup, which if our listeners don't know, that's the CFL's version of the Super Bowl. Every year there's like a traveling group of fans, I think from Baltimore, I want to say, that are like Baltimore Stallions fans, and they have the jerseys and everything, and they're like, we love the Baltimore Stallions, because I think that was the one American team that
Yeah.
actually won the Grey
They're the
Cup.
only one who won it. Yeah.
So they were the one that was like kind of successful, but there's still like a group of holdouts who are huge CFL fans and live in Baltimore, which is kind of charming.
You know what I just decided on this podcast? So I'm not really a sports person, and anybody that's listening, I think, is probably picked up on that. But I have just decided that I am now going to try and find commemorative shirts from any of those teams.
Yes.
Because that seems funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
you probably
should.
can. I'm sure there's some on eBay.
There's
I think
gotta be
that's-
some sick
Right?
shirts.
Yeah.
Let me look up
Like, that's
Sacramento Gold
amazing.
Miners on eBay. here you
Sacramento
go.
Gold Miner CFL?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now this is fucking sick. I'm gonna drop it in the chat here.
Yes.
This jacket is
Oh, it's a jacket?
sick as
Oh my
hell.
Okay. Let's see.
Is it the first or the
eBay.ca.
second?
Oh,
Oh, no,
my
second.
God.
Dude.
And that's
Guys,
like
don't get it. Let me get it.
that's like not that's like it's a starter jacket too.
Yeah, starter jacket.
That's like not a horrible price either, to be honest.
No. It's
I'm
not.
gagged. This is like a whole new thing for me.
Oh my God. And
Oh,
look at the
whoa.
people who viewed this item also viewed. There's the t-shirts and stuff too.
No, look at this. Look at this. This is unbelievable. It's a women's sweater
Oh.
with the Sacramento Gold Miners cheerleader on it.
Oh my God.
How sick is that?
Oh
Okay.
wow.
This is
Yeah.
well, I know where the rest of my day is going.
That is so cool.
Wait,
Like the
that
only way that
is
you can tell that's even a team shirt is because she has the Gold Miners logo on her.
Yeah.
on it.
Oh my God. These are
Whoops.
incredible.
I
Holy
love
shit.
this too for me because it's so obscure that like when somebody were to ask me about it, I'm gonna botch the retelling. Like I'll never be able to explain it
yeah.
as good as you guys.
I
And so I just love the idea of me walking around in sports merch that I don't even
Oh my
understand.
God.
Stefan, this latest one is for you.
Okay, let's
I
see.
know you would love to wear
Yes,
that.
I saw this one. This one is incredible. Oh my God.
The shirt that says longer, wider, faster.
That's really good.
Gold
Yeah.
miners. Oh
because I
my
guess they're
goodness.
selling the CFLs, like the field's longer and wider and the game
Yes.
is
Yeah, of
faster, but
course.
they're
That's-
also sort of talking about your penis.
Yes. Yeah. This
Whoa,
this-
they've got
Thank
a
you. Thank you for
Sacramento-
breaking that down. I it was really lost on me.
I thought it might be, so I was trying to get it in there. And the this one
Pun
is good.
intended.
They've got a game. Well, I am married, but
Oh god.
we've got a game worn,
Abort.
and that's we would have to. The was that too far? Probably. This is a game worn Marcus Dowdell Sacramento Gold
Oh my-
Miners jersey.
they kind of look like
That jersey is sick.
it sort of looks like Jacksonville Jaguars colors, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. That's
Did you
really
just pronounce the hard U in
good. I did.
Jaguar?
I said, I
Jaguars.
said Jaguars, yeah.
Jaguars.
That's nasty, dude.
Yeah. This one I got one more here, which
Yeah.
is a Baltimore Colts.
We gotta find Vegas posse merch.
Yes.
I was literally typing
Like
that in as
Yeah.
you said it.
This is a Baltimore
this
Stallions
shirt is
tank top.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
The tank top is really good. I don't know if you can bring that up, Dan, but this is the
that
one I think.
Oh,
tank
wow.
top is money.
Yeah.
Now hit that Las Vegas posse one I just put up because it is unreal.
Let's see this.
Stefan, you gotta buy this
we're
one.
gonna
It's a
have-
men's.
I'm-
It's a men's medium. You gotta buy this.
Oh, is this a real one or is it?
Wait, that looks really cool.
It's real. I think it says it's vintage.
It does. I
Posse CFL.
I feel like it might be just the logo on. Oh no, actually, looking at the
that
tag,
looks
you're right.
real.
The
That's
tag is
real.
real. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I kind of
As
have
a
to buy
vintage
this.
shirt connoisseur.
That definitely is. Oh my
They-
god, because I just thought because it's fairly cheap, right? Like
They
that's
also
not,
have the posse starter jacket for $500 US.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I just dropped that for Dan.
That feels a little offensive, but
Oh, these are so good. Oh my god.
yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Wow.
is.
And to think, I could have just not made this episode and I wouldn't have a new hobby.
This is the last one. Dan, click this one. The text on this shirt is hilarious. The jacket is unbelievable, but the text on this shirt is so funny. In 1994,
Yes.
the Las Vegas Posse became the second American franchise to enter the CFL.
Oh my god.
Just says that on the shirt for some reason.
That's so good.
That would be a dress on me.
Yeah.
That is so good. Oh my god.
Wow.
I mean, are you saying, Rory, you wouldn't want to go out wearing your Las Vegas Posse
no,
dress?
I absolutely do. I really do. You guys think I'm kidding. I'm not
I don't
kidding.
think you're kidding.
I cannot wait to get off of this and just be like.
I'm sorry, I do have one more from the Memphis Mad Dogs, and I think you guys need to see this logo.
That's great. The Mad
I'm ready
Dogs?
to see the logo.
Yeah,
if you want to see all these shirts, by the way, youtube.com/@blockparty.
Yes. This shirt might be the one that I get, honestly. This looks incredible.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's really good. Oh,
Damn.
man. And I think because, there's zero demand for these shirts, the prices are, fairly reasonable. Well,
when
we're
does this
driving
episode
the price
come
up
out?
on this pod
We're
right
gonna have
now.
to get on this. Yeah.
Well, so luckily, this is sort of a bit of insider trading for us, I guess, because this episode doesn't come out for 3 weeks, I think. So,
hell yeah!
so by the time they're all just going to be gone by the time,
and then we're going to resell
exactly.
them. Oh, it's
My
weird.
favorite thing about this is that there's probably not that many sellers, and they're probably going to be very confused when a lot of weird niche CFL American team merch gets moved.
Yeah. All at the same time, all really fast. Yeah. I think I am seriously going to buy at least one of these shirts, though. They're too good not to. Oh my God.
Well,
I'm gonna have to go through all the teams to try and figure out. I love the Mad Dog one. He really does look mad, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But Vegas Posse, I mean,
that's really
their
good
merch
too.
is pretty sick. Yeah.
And then the Sacramento one. I mean, they're all
cheerleader
so
sweater.
Good. Yeah.
Cheerleader sweater is unreal.
That's collectors.
That is collectors.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Speaking of collecting things, let's move on to our social media updates.
What a fucking good segue. Now let's move on. It's time to discuss what popped up in your feed. Who are you following? What did you see? Sports or politics, tweets and skis, hot takes on the TL or fast food freaks. It's our social media update.
Wow, that's the shortened version of the song. I like it. I mean, I missed the longer version, but both versions very good. Thank you, Dr. Jab.
Yeah, I like the short version. It's nice. We get right to the point. Rory, what's going on in your social media?
Well, guys, I've been invaded by chickens. So my friend started on her, Instagram. On her Explore page, there's all these videos of chickens dancing to popular pop songs.
Okay.
And she was like, oh yeah, it's my feed is all chickens dancing. And I was like, that sucks. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden it made its way into my feed because I think she told me about it, showed me it. So now when I go on my Explore page, it's chickens dancing to Rihanna.
That's really nice. That's so pleasant. It's nice to get a pleasant
clucking.
social media update. Yeah, that's great.
So are they?
We had different takes on this.
Oh, you don't like this? Okay.
Is it people now? Are they speeding up and slowing down the chicken video to get it in sync with the beat?
Oh yeah, they're syncing it up. The chickens, the chickens are in the pocket. So I have no notes on their dancing. It's very weird to be wow, I'm being invaded by chickens. Dancing chickens.
Definitely. I think I saw maybe the original one of that, right? There was one that kind of went pretty viral, I think. And so now are people just trying to recreate that all the time with their own chickens?
I have no idea, but I'm going to need them to stop.
I mean, I just can't I lived at one point in Vancouver. I lived in this one place for about 3 years, I guess. And my neighbors had chickens and it was just fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we live in
Vancouver.
Rude. We live in the city of Vancouver. Why do you have chickens? Why are they waking me up every day?
I mean, I have guesses to both of those questions, but
yeah, I don't like the answer to either of those questions, but
neither would I.
It was just so fucking annoying. It just drove me nuts. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's rude. Rude.
I feel like the chicken video I always think of is, I guess it was a rooster wearing pants, and running around, and it was wearing jeans, and that I like a lot.
That's actually, I would love to see that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find it here.
I also love like this is a good season right now. We're in a really good month for dogs in clothes.
Yeah,
where the dogs are running with the knives, but they're just in a costume.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's one of my favorite genres of video.
Okay, I think this is the one. Dan, I'm gonna.
This is
post it
really
in
this
here.
episode's really turning into an odyssey. It feels almost like a live episode. We're like, hey, come, hey, watch this. Come watch this thing over on YouTube. Yeah.
Which is great because I did not know this was being filmed. So I
Yeah,
love
you
that
did
I
make
have
that clear before we started that
Yeah.
you maybe would have,
put a
I
bra
guess.
on.
Well, okay. I didn't want to blow up your spot, but yes, you did. That was sort of one thing you indicated. Yes.
Here's the
Mhm.
chicken wearing blue pants.
Oh my gosh.
It's really funny because it's got its like little hands on its hips too.
Yeah, that's true.
This
And
is
it
one of
do-
my favorite videos ever.
They kind of make it look like the chicken's like caked up too.
I was
It
just gonna
does-
say that's
yes.
a thick little chick.
Yeah, it really is. Look how look at it kicking its little feet up, and it's so cute. I mean, I think
Wait, where's
probably
Dan?
it's probably in like pain or something, but like it's still very funny.
No. That will ruin it for me. I have to believe that the chicken is in on the joke.
Yeah, the chicken's running around like, that looks so cool right now. This is awesome.
Think about all the views.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
there's
I
no
love it.
way the chicken's liking it, but it is cool to look
But I
at.
like it. It's really nice to see.
That's
Yeah.
pretty great. Chicken
Yeah.
runs around wearing blue pants.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
love that.
it delivers on the title. You know.
It
The
does.
chicken's dancing, I guess we got to get rid of in
Yeah.
Rory's mind.
Yeah.
It's not I'm not mad at any one chicken. It's the quantity of the videos, you know? Like
Right.
when
Right.
I go to my explore page, like I want to see a child being audacious. I want to
Yeah.
see a couple of cute dogs doing God knows what, a beauty hack, maybe some model doing whatever. And then, you know, like I don't want it to all just be chickens dancing.
Yeah. That's
That's
I
true.
think that's reasonable. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's fine.
I love to see a good beauty hack when I'm on Instagram.
Of course.
They're
Yeah.
like,
Do you?
hey, change your face.
Yeah.
It's usually the hack I get. They're like, we're gonna have to do some work on that.
The hack is just Facetune.
Yeah, exactly. It's either Facetune or very expensive
Plastic
corrective
surgery.
surgery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stefan, what's going on in your social media?
Well, John, our friend Tom Walker,
Yeah. Past guest of the show.
past guest of the show, recently put out a video. So he had a thing on his Twitch stream for a while where for $2, a viewer could pay $2 and it would roll a random penis injury pulled from like a hospital database, like a 20-year hospital database.
Oh, I don't know if I can watch that.
Well, so
I
I
don't want
will
to watch it either. to be
they don't
honest with
show
you.
like it's not pictures or anything. It just describes it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not pictures of the injuries themselves.
Okay. Oh, thank
It
God.
is just, but so our friend actually Drastic Actions, John, who has done many things for our show in the past and the Go Off Kings on Twitch, put together this program where again for $2, this bot will randomly pull a penis injury from a list of penis injuries and then create a little MP4 file where they'll like read out like the audio describing the penis injury. And I do just want to play this quick clip here. So the video is like an hour long because there were a lot of them. And I'm actually going on his stream tonight to do another all penis injury stream. And it's also been programmed in a way where there's like nothing like too horrible, and it skews more like funny or comical as
Well,
much
what do
as
you
possible.
mean nothing
Well,
too horrible?
No.
What did it?
I think now.
What are you
he's
guys
got
doing
it.
on the stream tonight? It's one of our all penis injury
But it's like
streams.
funny ones. Anyway, the one that got hit here, there's 3 in a row at this timestamp, and the third one I think I rolled personally. I paid Tom $2 to roll this one, but there's 2 quick ones, and then there's a third one that is, I think, legitimately one of the funniest things I've ever heard. So here we go.
boy.
18-year-old male playing basketball and kicked in the genitals.
So that's a classic.
Thank you, Go Off Kings, the 200 bit.
That one was for me also.
55-year presence with penis stuck in zipper of shorts. Cannot get it out.
Okay.
Abrasion to
Yeah.
penis.
Hell yes. Thank you very much, Johan Bratwurst. We'll re-roll that one right after this Go Off Kings one.
PT put a lug nut on penis because he thought it would look cool.
You are fucking
Dan, you can pause it. That when that came up, it was I lost my mind. I mean, you can see me in the chat there saying LMAO in the top left. but it
That's
was
wild.
It was
Put a lug nut on penis
because he
to
thought
make
he thought it would look cool. That's like that to me is like the best part of it is you'll get because it's all written by like the doctors and nurses at the hospital when they're coming in, right? So they'll put a little bit of stank on it. You know what I mean? Like they'll put
Okay,
their
I have
own.
a question.
Yes.
Do lug nuts come in different sizes, or
Yes.
was
They
that a real
do.
self-own? Okay.
They do, but
Okay.
clearly this was like a tight enough fit that it was a problem getting off the penis.
Yeah. Wow.
Ah, man, how do you even get it off of there? You know what? Don't answer. I don't
I'm
wanna.
sure. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so the other thing there is he rolled a penis getting caught in a zipper injury, and those were so frequent that if you rolled one of those, he would re-roll a free one for you because they're like 50% of them are guys getting their balls stuck in their zippers. Anyway, go watch the video if you get a chance. It's on Tom's YouTube channel, which I think is just Tom Walker on YouTube. And shout out to Tom and,
That's crazy.
and DA and everyone for putting that together. Yeah. John, you got anything like normal?
Can we just quickly as a group, do we think a lug nut on a penis does look cool?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, probably.
I think
Yeah,
it,
okay.
I think it
All right.
probably does. Yeah.
I was like,
I think it was
I do
worth
think
it.
it
No,
might
sure.
actually kind of
I
look
think it
cool.
was worth it. Yeah.
It's like a ring on a finger.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. I just wanted to be sure that would be kind of cool. Not for my own research. I realize now that that's what it sounds like I'm doing.
It does. It does. Yes.
Yeah, my apologies. This video, very funny, just a funny little comedy sketch from our friend and past guest Nathan Hare. He's a very funny comedian. You can follow him on Twitter at Nathan Hare Nice. And this is just
Former
him.
Guest, very very funny guy.
Yep, I said all that.
Yeah.
And
But I agree too.
But anyway, he did a little sketch imagining himself signing. The caption is just me getting divorced, and he's imagining himself what he would do if he was signing divorce papers. And
Is he married? I just need context.
He is
Okay.
not. No, this is
Thank
just
you.
a sketch.
Yep.
This is just like a funny, and it's very funny.
Right, because this is normal. Divorcing is awesome, said no one ever. Oh, God. You probably hate me, don't you? Because you're divorcing me. Oh, this is great. You get to keep the kids. Just what I wanted, alert. Just what I wanted, alert. Please tell me we can go to lunch after this. Right.
Oh.
This reminds me of like a very viral series that some girls in college are doing called it's like a cringe competition. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, but that sounds funny.
It's
That
giving the
style
same
of-
energy. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I love it.
It's
I'm
so
gonna start
funny.
saying just what I wanted. Alert in my.
I've been since I saw that last week. I've been thinking about it, and Nathan is just so good at like delivering those with like a completely straight face too. It's really funny. He's great.
Yeah, he's really capitalized on having a face that looks like it might deliver those lines for real.
Yeah.
Which is what I love about Nathan. And you know what I love about this podcast? The Block Tale.
What did you tweet? You brought receipts, Blocktail, woo! No longer can see the post, it's a Blocktail, woo! You probably deserved it, it's a Blocktail.
All right, Rory, the floor is yours. You told us before the show you have a good block tale, so I'm excited to hear it.
Okay. Well, okay. I've never told this story, so I'm trying to figure out what the way to do it is. So I became best friends with the girl my boyfriend cheated with me on. We got that?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So wait. Can you unpack that slightly? How did that
Sure.
happen? How did you become best friends with her after he cheated on you with her?
So this is probably the cutest meet cute ever. My boyfriend sits down on an airplane, turns to me, and we start chatting. And we chat from Los Angeles to New York. And at the end, he asks for my number, except that none of this happened because that's how he met the other girl that I'm now friends with. So we had been dating for 4 months. He gets on an airplane, sits down next to this stunning, smart, beautiful, driven, successful woman, a real queen, and shit morals, great taste in women. Gotta hand it to him there. So he looks at this absolute dime and is like, I would. And he does. He does. So he asks her out and they start dating and everything is going great, right? Like just swimmingly. And so we overlap for 4 months. I date this man for 8 months.
Oh my God.
She dates this man for 8 months.
Okay.
But obviously we only overlap for 4 of them. So for all of the listeners who have ever dated an ugly person, they know what it's like to have a photo, like the one good photo, like cherish that one good photo where your ugly significant other looks good. I liken it to being like an army wife in World War II, holding on to that one photo of your loved one. And that's what it was for me. And I'm just going to call this man Waldo because he kind of looked like a sad version of Where's Waldo.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, his like good token photo was in the tagged photos. I think you guys know where I'm going with this.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, like that's the photo I would show anyone, right? Because like it's hard. Like when you're dating an uggo, you on the one hand, like you love this person, right? So you want people to think they're attractive, but you kind of know because you've got eyes and you've been living in the world. And like for me, this is where my hubris came in. Like I always thought he knows he's dating up, so he'll never leave me. Boy, bitch, were you wrong? Were you fucking wrong? Right. And by the way, there is nothing more insulting than being cheated on by a man you lowered your standards for in the first place. So I'm just going to say that. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm in my room doing my little nightly sweep because I used to like go to bed, look at the one cute photo and be like, "Oh, Waldo, he's so cute. He's so great. Our life is so great." Whatever. And I do that. And at the top of the tagged photos is a photo of my boyfriend with his arms around a dime piece and 13 fucking hearts is the caption. And I shit myself. I mean, not literally, but like I might as well have. I was like, I felt like all of the blood leave my motherfucking body. I was like, who the fuck is this? You know, like I was like, what is happening? What is happening? So I screenshot it because I'm a modern woman and I texted it to him and he didn't respond. Naturally. And do you guys want to guess what he did in response? Like what his move was?
Did he untag himself or delete his Instagram?
Bingo.
Okay.
This motherfucker untagged himself. Like, oh, problem solved. I didn't see it. Oh yeah. As if I wouldn't have screenshotted it, right? No, so I go full CSI, like full fucking CSI. I am basically Elle Woods working for the CIA. I know it's like the procedural montage of my life, right? Like I'm like, graduated from Bard and blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. She got a double master's in this. Oh, okay. She wrote this article. Like I have now aggregated like every fucking tweet she has. I have like a timeline, like stringing shit together. I'm like, oh, okay. I think this has been going on a while. Like this is not new. She is not new. I'm like sweating, freaking out. I am unwell. The next day rolls around and Waldo is like, babe, I love you. I mean, like I'm also in love with her, but I love you. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, but we're not really dating. And I was like, what? Like he tried to gaslight me into thinking that we weren't dating. I was like, could you just like scroll up 2 texts to where you say, I love you? That would just be helpful. And he was like,
and this
no,
is
but
8
like,
months at this point that you've
8
been
months.
together?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
8 months. Yeah, my delusional ass, when he gave me a camera and an Apple TV and a bunch of like vintage shirts for Christmas / my birthday, because I'm a week before Christmas, I thought it was because he loved me. No, those were guilt gifts. Yeah. Oh my God. And this loser motherfucker sends me Justin Bieber's is it too late to say I'm sorry?
Oh my
no.
God.
Which is a federal crime. I did report him to the government. I'm shocked that the FBI did not move on that, because that did seem like a cyber crime of like truly the worst degree. It's like him, WikiLeaks, who could be sure? So we go back and forth and like we break up, right? Like I'm just like, bro, you're not gonna like talk yourself out of this. This is fucking insane. So we break up. But unfortunately, I don't take the L. No. I become pretty obsessed with this other woman. I can't quite figure out how he could just like delete me from his life and move on and act like everything was hunky-dory. And he is really seemingly in love. Let's just call her Lisa. We'll call her Lisa. He is like in love with Lisa. And it's burning me up inside, right? This is the part of the story where I don't really love myself, but it's okay. We have an arc. I learned. Okay. But I go like full crazy girl and I'm like hating her. I'm like, I'm better than her. I don't see what he sees in her. Like all that, just the patriarchy, blah, 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 blah. It's really ugly girl shit. And I'm like, I'm monitoring the tweets. I'm monitoring the socials, like real sicko shit. Anyway, months goes by. And one day I wake up and I'm like, girl, you cannot do this anymore. This is mental illness. Jealousy is a disease. You are infected. Get some antibiotics. Like, knock this shit out. You are pathetic. And so I do. I do my own weird, like, voodoo version of, like, I write them notes. And basically what had happened is I find out that Lisa's moving to LA. So I'm like, oh, okay, stealing my boyfriend wasn't enough. Okay, now you got to come steal my life. You're going to steal my life. Oh, my God. I'm, like, freaking the fuck out. Like a real... I was going to say spaz, but I think that word has been canceled. So what's an alternative to that?
A weirdo.
Okay, thank you. Anxious person. I do have anxiety. I do have a prescription for that. So I do feel like I'm well within my bounds to say that. Real anxious person. So I do like a little ceremony for myself. And this is on Cinco de Mayo. So it's May 5th. I skip the margs and I do some like healing. And I go to bed and I'm like, okay. I wish them both well. You know, this was not my journey. And why should I preclude her and him from having love? I genuinely do want everyone to have love in their life, regardless of whether they were like a hater to me. So I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm 6 minutes and 1 second into a phone conversation while I'm driving my car with a friend. And I get a Twitter notification, RIP Twitter. And I look at it. And it's fucking Lisa. And I said, hell to the fucking no. I just got rid of you, bitch. Like, I just got rid of you. Absolutely not. We are not doing this. Not today, Satan. And before I'm like, accept that I accepted, right? Of course, I follow back. I get an unknown call from a San Francisco number. And I knew because, again, Elle Woods, FBI, CIA, you know, I was like, oh, shit, this is Lisa. I was like, hey, girl, I got to go. I switch over to the line. And of course, it's Lisa. And she is hysterical. She's like, hi, you don't know me, but my name is Lisa. I was like, I'm going to stop you right there. I actually
what
do
don't
know you.
I know about
like, nah, babe. Like, I've read your dissertations. Like, I know you. And she was like, I just found out about you. So there was a third girl. And Lisa is semi-known and had a big Twitter following back in the day. And there was a third girl that was a fan of hers who had been talking with Waldo and documenting. She like immediately knew who he was because she was a fan of Lisa's. So she went through all of the motions, collecting all the facts, sends it to Lisa. Lisa is a dime. So what does Lisa do? She takes his laptop and holds it over the 8th story building that they're in and says, so that I can figure out who the fuck Rory is, because my name had come up a few times, or I'm going to drop your computer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And
okay, well, we know where she left off. So
Yeah.
Waldo opted to keep his computer and lose his girlfriend. So that's how
Gio doesn't like Wi-Fi connections. Okay.
Oh no.
You're back.
Where'd
back.
you lose me?
The
Right
laptop
as you said,
over the 8-story window.
She was holding the laptop and then said,
Oh, she said, you can give me your password and tell me who the fuck Rory is, because my name had come up a few times. And
Right.
at this point, she was like, oh, this bitch has to be real. Or I'm going to drop this 8 floors. And he lost his girlfriend that day, but kept his computer. So that's how she got my number. And she calls me. And we're talking, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's honestly, I actually feel okay about this. I've 24 hours earlier was like scum of the earth. And now I'm like the therapized big version of myself. But weirdly, like in that phone call, I just felt so bad. I was like, man, it's so shitty that I ever had any negative feelings toward this girl. Like, she was nothing but like so fucking cool. And I think that's what it was jealousy, right? Like, it was a couple of things.
yeah.
Like, I felt just so quickly replaced and used. And it played on my own feelings of insecurity, which was that she must be better than me. And in some ways, she actually is. Like, I'm friends with her. And in other ways, I am. And that's just how people are. No, we're like two puzzle pieces that were meant to be together as friends, platonically. So we chop it up on this phone call. And she's like, I'm going to be in LA in 2 days. And I was like, you don't say. So we get together and have the best first date of my life, except that it like wasn't a real date. 6 hours, talk it all through. I'm like, but damn, this bitch is fucking dope. Like, I get it. I totally get it. I get why he cheated on me. You're cool as fuck. Like, I mean, it's really bad. Like, he definitely should have broken up with me, but I get it. Anyway, that's the stage, right? Waldo gets another girlfriend.
Oh my God.
And, I've now known Lisa for years. And over the first year that we're friends, we get together to kind of like PTSD dump, like, oh man, remember that Uggo we both dated? Like, that was dark. And we realize he's got a new girlfriend. So we go to check her out, except that both of us are blocked.
Oh.
We've been blocked by the new girlfriend who we don't even fucking know. How crazy is that?
This is wild. Oh my
But I'm
God.
like, bitch, I have a Finsta, because of course I do. Because don't we all? I mean,
yeah.
we all do, right?
I think most people do. I'm 38, so I
Okay,
don't.
great. So
but-
we all, wow. Fucking rude. Okay.
I'm saying I'm a loser. It wasn't a shot at you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Having a Finsta is cool, I think.
It's just, you know what it is? It's efficient.
Definitely. No,
Yeah.
there's no reason to not have one.
Yeah. Well, mental health. That would be the argument I would make.
Yeah.
Maybe mental health seems like a good argument. Anyway, so I like go onto the Finsta. We check her out. We like figure out who this is. And it becomes just kind of a thing we laugh about, like occasionally when we get together. And then one day, let's call her Rachel. Rachel is also kind of known. Rachel starts letting some tweets fly. So we're like, Lisa and I are like, oh shit, do you think Waldo and Rachel broke up? And it's like, yeah, let's fucking get on it. So we're like trying to piece together like their breakup, because she's getting messy on Twitter. And then all of a sudden, who gets a DM in their inbox? This bitch. That's right. She like slides into my inbox to want to chat about Waldo. And I was like, hey girl, before we do this dance, I just got to ask, why did you block me and Lisa? Like, I just was like, I'm not even going to pretend like I don't know. And she was like, oh, because Waldo told me like really bad things about you, and that you were like crazy exes that like wouldn't leave him alone. And you scared me, so I blocked you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did he describe you to her as his ex though? Like, did he say like, this is my ex, but she's crazy? Or just like, this is a girl I know and she's crazy?
I think he definitely had to have said that Lisa was an ex. I know that I was described to someone as a girl he fucked. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, you can. Of course you can
Okay,
say fucked.
okay.
Oh yeah.
I just was, as a girl he fucked a couple of times, who then became like obsessed with him and like was stalking him.
Oh
Right.
boy. Okay.
I know. And I wish you guys could see the photo because I'm like, there's no dick in the world that could make me obsessed with you. Like he really was that unattractive. It's just he had like a quirky personality and he met me at the right time, which is code for I needed a rebound. Like, it was just, there was like a lot at work there. And so I like fell for him and then was like, I just thought like some of his little quirks were quirky and cute and endearing. You know what I mean? In the way that like people like Bill Murray, and then people found out that Bill Murray was kind of a creep. It's like,
yeah.
I fell for that trap in real time with a guy that was more age appropriate.
Wow.
And his name, is Waldo. So anyway, that was that's my block story.
Holy.
Or one of them. I've been blocked.
Well, we'll have you back
guys.
on and
Yeah,
tell us some
definitely.
more another time.
That was
but
incredible.
That was
Oh my
wild.
God.
What a ride.
That was a journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So did you end up becoming friends with the third girl also? Like, is there a sort of little like coven going on now of like Waldo's exes? Okay.
Wow.
That's
You know what I mean? Like that vibe.
right.
And I don't feel that way with Rachel, but like I have Rachel's number. We're cool. Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. I mean, I kind of want to know how Waldo, I guess, managed to. You're telling us he's landed all these like gorgeous quasi-famous women, and he's like an uggo with a bad dick. I need to know that story too.
He didn't have a bad dick. His dick game actually was like pretty 10 out of 10 for me personally. Lisa disagrees, but his dick is like curved up a little bit, so that really worked for me. But like for Lisa, she was like, he wasn't that good. He was like really paranoid about like STDs. And I thought that, again, germophobic. I was like, oh, we love sexual safety. Like, that's great. But I was like, no, bitch, you're being cheated on. Like, that's why he's afraid of STDs.
Right.
Wow.
Damn.
I know.
Whew, I feel like
I hope COVID really did him in. not like in a death way, but more in like in a paranoia way. You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
What a time. What a great story. This actually, I think this listener block kind of fits well with this story because this is like taking it all to another level. This is kind of a fun and almost maybe a beautiful block story in some ways. This is from Kay. Kay writes in, I know it happened a while ago, but I forgot to email until the most recent ep. But back in July, when Elon rebranded Twitter to X, it was so stupid. The website was already so bad, and that was the last straw. I deleted my account that day, but then that felt so good that I deleted Instagram too, and then something broke my brain, so I drove to Best Buy and asked them for their dumbest phone, and I took home a red Nokia flip phone with MP3 and email capabilities designed for elderly people. I've been using a flip phone ever since, and it felt powerful. It was like blocking every stupid tweet forever all at once, and I've never looked back. I download your podcast on my home PC and transfer it via USB cord every Monday and listen to it on the MP3 app on my phone. So I haven't totally escaped hearing about tweets, but I love the show. Cheers, guys. Longtime listener.
Wow. That is dedication.
Whoa.
I love
that's
that.
wild.
That's kind
fantastic.
of awesome.
Yeah,
like,
that's very cool.
Because you and I have been on this show sort of threatening, like, we're going to get rid of Twitter. And like, you took the app off your phone. But Kay was like, I don't even want a smartphone anymore.
I love that. That's really good. Wow.
That's amazing. We got to send her a shirt.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Kay. Yeah, we'll get you an extra Memphis Mad Dog shirt, and we'll make sure you get that in the mail. Thank you, Kay, for sending that in. If you want to send in a listener block, you can do so at blockedparty.com, or you can fill out the form on our website. You can donate to the show at patreon.com/blockparty. $5 a month gets you access to 3 bonus episodes every single month. This month, we just released a Canadian education episode with our friend Demi Lardner, where we talked about YTV show Squawk Box, which was very fun. And coming up on Halloween, dare I say, maybe the biggest podcasting event in Blocked Party history. More information about that coming soon, but that will only be exclusively on our Patreon. The first episode of that will be dropping on Halloween. More to come on that front. Also, if you hate the ads, we have ad-free episodes. We've got an exclusive Discord, merch discounts. It's all there on our Patreon. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Block Party Pod, YouTube and Blue Sky at Block Party. And if you like the show, tell a friend. Rory, we are now here at the end of the show, which means it's time for the top 3.
3,
Oh
2,
shit, that's right.
Uno, 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 uno.
Mustard.
3.
Socks. Deux. Girlfriends.
Uno, 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 uno.
Okay, well, you had the theme song to think about your top three.
I
know. What do you have for us?
Okay, what about cocktails when you're out?
Top three cocktails
I like
when you're
that
out.
because that's
I
good
love
for
it.
because John doesn't drink, so I'm interested. He will have some.
John doesn't drink, but every time I fucking look down, he's like mainlining some other cigarette or something. This dude has gotten progressively more lit as this episode has gone on.
That's Dan. I think you're thinking of. Dan
That is.
is getting lit as fuck. John
Yeah, I'm
is
fucked
drinking
John
water
is good-
out
John
of
is
a
fucked up right
$100
now,
water
though.
bottle.
Yeah.
Sorry, when he pointed. He
Oh,
pointed
right.
to
'cause
Dan. Yeah, that's what it
It
was.
is all. Yeah.
My bad.
I'm the one. No, you're good. It's true. I do get lit. No, but yes, I do. Cocktails, the mocktail scene right now is great. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, top three cocktails when you're out. Okay, Rory, what's your number three?
Number 3?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going in reverse? I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, we go in reverse and we'll go in a circle. So you'll do
Shirley
three
Temple.
and then Shirley Temple.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's a like you get an alcoholic Shirley Temple?
No.
Oh, okay. You just like a Shirley Temple.
Honestly, try it the next time you're out. It will give you so much fucking joy. You are going to be like, wait, this is crazy. I could do this all the time.
Oh, you're talking to a guy who doesn't drink. Sure, I
know.
love Shirley Temples.
Yeah,
you
it's the
don't
best.
got to preach it to me.
It's
I
the-
just
they're-
was
they're the
surprised
best.
that was your number three.
It's a twist. It's the third slot.
I love it. No, that's great. Stefan, what's your number three?
I'm gonna go with a dark and stormy, which is a nice kind of tiki drink. You got the ginger beer, the dark rum, the lime juice. It's just it's a nice time. It's kind of like a Moscow Mule, I guess, but with rum instead. And that one's good. I mean, I'm not a huge cocktail guy, but I do like going like I love a good like tiki style drink. So those are a lot of fun. But I know dark and stormy for number 3.
Yes, my number three, I'm going to go with a Moscow Mule, but a virgin version of a Moscow Mule. There's some really good ones where they'll add like a little juice to it. Like Burgoo in Vancouver does like a pineapple juice. So it's like a Moscow Mule. It comes in the copper mug and everything, but like with a little splash of pineapple in there. Pretty damn good, I have to say. So yeah, that's my number 3. I'm going Moscow Mule. Rory, your number 2.
I think it's really weird that we call them virgin drinks. It just occurred to me. Sorry.
It is weird.
It is.
It's just weird.
It's
I'm like, wait,
because
so-
I'm a virgin. That's why they
Just
let me
because I
have
like,
them.
yeah. Anyway, Mango Cart, the beer. I know it's not a cocktail, but it's like it tastes like juice, but it is alcoholic. Like
I love
chef's
that.
kiss.
When I lived in LA, that was like my go-to beer, and I would
Hell
go to Dodgers games and pay like fucking $18 for one of
Your
like
left arm?
the
Yeah.
huge ones. Yeah, but they were so good.
Mango Cart. I don't even think
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
It's like a mango wheat IPA, I think.
oh, Golden Road
It truly
Brewing.
tastes like juice.
It's
It is
really
juice.
good. Yeah, like John, you would like it.
Yeah,
despite
if I
the
drank
alcohol.
beer, that's definitely the type of beer that I would
quite
drink
good.
for
That's
sure.
a great choice.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go with specifically from. I mean, I guess it's kind of a local restaurant chain, but Earl's does a peach Bellini that everyone loves. It's like a
Yeah, because they put some slush in there.
It's like a peach slushy. It tastes exactly like a fuzzy peach candy, like exactly like it.
Wow.
And it's fantastic. It's
Fuck
really
yeah.
a great summer drink. Yeah.
Nice. My number 2, I'm also obviously the virgin version of this, but I'm going with a mojito.
Yeah. Good choice.
I feel like it's a drink that really lends itself well to a non-alcoholic version because you get the mint, you get the soda, tastes very good. And then I will say also, recently I did a show last week at a place in Calgary called Highline Brewing, and they had a green tea mojito that they make themselves in-house, and it came out of the tap, and it was so good. It was like
And
good enough where I would go back
non-alcoholic?
non-alcoholic.
Wow.
Where I
Wow.
would go back just for that. And it was like green, it was fully green, so like it looked cool in the glass. And it was just, yeah, it was delicious. So yeah, a virgin mojito is my number 2. Rory,
love
your number
that.
1, please.
Okay. A Paloma. That's my like go-to drink.
That's
just love
is that
tequila.
grapefruit? That's a grapefruit juice?
It's grapefruit or squirt, depending on the bar.
Okay.
I do prefer the grapefruit.
Oh, that looks really good. Wow.
It's really fucking good. And like if they make it really well, they put a little saline in it. So it's like a salty, sweet kind of kick. But like I love tequila. That's my drink of choice. So
Nice.
Wow.
Palomas. Yeah, virgin palomas are usually pretty good too.
yeah, I bet.
Stefan, you're number one.
I gotta go, Canadian content, a lot of Canadian content in this episode. Of course, the classic Caesar.
Wow.
What a wonderful drink. It was an acquired taste, but I'm a big fan of them now. And for our American listeners who don't know, and I think most of you do by now probably, but a Caesar is a Bloody Mary, but with clam juice instead of, clamato. So clam/tomato juice instead of just tomato juice. So it's like saltier, I guess. And it's so nice. It's just such a good drink. And it's like the one of the only things that makes me proud to be Canadian.
Oh my God. We got to work on that.
It's that and the Shreveport Pirates.
That's right. Yeah.
That made Stefan very proud to be Canadian. My number one, I probably would say a Shirley Temple, but we have already espoused its virtues. So I will go with a very specific one. This is from Nightingale, which is one of our favorite restaurants, mine and my wife's in Vancouver. And they make a drink. It's called Cranberry Ginger. And it's like a cranberry ginger soda with like, it's orgeat. Orgeat. It's like a type of bitter.
Yeah.
Like Orgeat. It just looks like orgeat. But it seems like that wouldn't be the way you'd pronounce it. Anyway, it's so good. It's like one of the only, usually if I get like a mocktail when I'm out, one of them is like good. I don't need any more, but that's like the only one. I never get to, but I would get to. You know what I mean? Like it goes down easy, very, very tasty. So yeah, that's my number one, the cranberry ginger at Nightingale.
I really want a cocktail right now.
I know.
Yeah, Stefan, you want to go drinking?
Yeah, let's do it, Dan.
Hell yeah.
Most people listen to this episode on Monday morning on their commute to work. They're going to be like, oh shit, I want to get drunk. Wow. What a great top three. So great to have you on the show, Rory, as well.
This was so fun. You guys are hilarious and really easy to talk to.
Well, thank you so much.
This is great.
It was
You are too.
a blast
This
to
is
have you on the
wonderful.
show. Yeah, we'll have you back anytime. But before we go, anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, yeah, the show, Crimes of the Heart. If you liked the dating story, that's basically like the podcast. I take people's like the most insane stories you've ever heard. Like, I was coming and I thought I had to fart, but I accidentally shit on her. Or my husband was cheating with my best friend, so I put a tracker under his car. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And I
Hell
turn
yeah.
them into like true crime inspired reenactments that my guests and I like discuss.
I
Wow.
love that. That's
great.
That's great. So yeah, check out Crimes of the Heart. People can follow you at I Could Be Blonder on Instagram.
Which obviously I can be.
That's great. Yeah, check out Rory's pod. Check her out on Instagram. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Block Party Pod. You can watch this episode on YouTube at Blocked Party. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Block Party. You can donate to the show at patreon.com/Block Party. And we'll see you back here next week. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.